Frag Squad, welcome back to another episode of Wrestling the Week. I am your host, Rob, and in this episode, we are recapping AEW Dynamite. We are covering the good, the bad, the confusing, as well as some Call of Duty gameplay. We got a lot to get into, a lot to discuss, so let's get it. We kick off Dynamite with the November Rain video package. Now, I really enjoy this video package. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know we have a lot of mixed reviews on this, but I thought it was really good. I like the collaboration a lot. After that, we kick it off big. We kick it off with the All-Star 8-man tag match with Ricochet, Hobbs, Ospreay, and Mark Davis versus Kyle Fletcher, Takeshita, Brian Cage, and Lance Archer. Now, I do want to make a point to note that this was Mark Davis's first match in over a year. He has been out of the ring for over a year, but man, did he look good. Did not look like he missed a step at all. He looked great. In this match, we had a lot of confusion. I was confused on it. I didn't hear anything about an 8-man tornado tag. I was unaware that an 8-man tag match had no rules, but the ref had no control over this match whatsoever. None at all. They were out on the floor for who knows how long. Everybody was coming in and out of the ring. It made it very confusing, and we discussed this a lot throughout Dynamite. The reffing throughout Dynamite last night was not great, and we will get into that in each match. However, I do still think the match was pretty decent, was pretty good. It set up for everything you were wanting to set it up for Full Gear. Did everything that match needed to do. We had Will Hobbs get taken to the back. Lance put his knee between the steps and the ring post, and then Brian Cage threw Will Ospreay into those steps, jamming that already injured knee. Commentary did a very good job of mentioning that previously injured knee and how this could affect Will Hobbs moving forward in the match. Doctors come out. They then walk Hobbs back to the back. He's limping. Now, he does come back into this match. He comes back at a perfect time. He comes trying to run to the ring, but he's just limping at a fast pace. And at the good time, Will Ospreay's getting the crap beat out of him. Everybody else is knocked down. It looks like they're about to lose this match. Will Hobbs comes up, gets on the apron, gets the hot tag, gets into the ring, and tries to make something happen. Unfortunately, tides get turned when Ospreay goes to try and hit Fletcher with the hidden blade. Fletcher pulls Davis into the way, and Davis gets hit with the hidden blade. Now, this could be setting up for what I mentioned in a previous video, where Mark Davis could possibly turn heel here and cost Will Ospreay the match at Full Gear and side with Fletcher. Remember, we got another package last week where he was telling Ospreay that this is your fault. He blames Ospreay for Fletcher being the way that he is. So then that spot last night, it feels like to me that is exactly what we are setting up for. After the match, we get another great promo from the Death Riders. They are set to destroy Darby and Orange. This was a fantastic promo. Death Riders are doing promos like nobody else right now. They're just cutthroat. They're phenomenal. Claudio cut his promo speaking in a different language. I don't know if it was Swedish. I don't know if it was German. I know he's from Sweden, but it could be German. It sounded German to me, and that just made the promo that much harder, in my opinion. And then after that, we get the Hurt Syndicate pulling up in the parking lot where Renee is waiting for them to do an interview. MVP gets out of the car, tells Renee, we got a big surprise. We have Bobby Lashley, who is going to compete tonight before his match at Full Gear. But then out of nowhere, Swerve comes running into the frame and knocks Bobby Lashley out with what looks to be a chain around his fist. He then takes off and runs. He just sneaks right in there, lays him out, and then takes off. We then get Adam Cole out to the ring. He talks about how unfortunate it is that he cannot get his hands on MJF. However, he does talk about how Roderick Strong will now get his hands on MJF, and that Roderick will be the one to shut him up once and for all. But Kyle O'Reilly comes out and tries to talk Cole into just stopping all this. He tells him that he doesn't want anybody else getting hurt for Adam Cole's fights, and that MJF is ruthless and 3 steps ahead of him and willing to do anything and everything to make sure that he does not lose. Kyle is trying to get to him and letting him know that we gotta stop this. We have to quit the madness. Everyone's getting hurt around you. You just had your ankle shattered. What are you doing? Is basically what Kyle O'Reilly is trying to tell him. This story still makes no sense to me. I don't understand how we got here. Because last time Adam Cole was on our TV before his injury, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one who turned on MJF in the first place. So how is it that we are supposed to be feeling sympathetic for Adam Cole when in reality, he did this all himself? So it's still very confusing to me. The story still makes absolutely no sense. And if I'm being honest, at this point in time, during this, I don't get it. And I'm not here for it. And quite frankly, don't really care too much, if I'm being honest. Next, we get Orange asking the conglomeration to stay away during his match, that he wants to fight this battle on his own, and he does not want his team coming out there to help him. Our next match up is Chris Statlander versus Hikaru Shida. Hikaru is looking for her first win over Chris Statlander, and this match was good. However, why was the ref on the floor during that whole time instead of counting to get them into the ring? The ref was out on the floor for what seemed like 5 minutes trying to tell the two to get back in the ring. Just stand in the ring and count. I'm not sure why we were throwing all the rules out the window last night. I don't know what was going on there. However, though, the match was good. Chris does get the W. They shake hands at the end, pay respects to each other, and then Monet's music hits. Monet comes out, does her whole spiel. The crowd chants, "Shut the F up." Monet is mid, in my opinion. She is not living up to the caliber that we were all hoping she would live up to. Also, Camille looks weak and has looked weak since she got there. Monet tells Camille, "Get into the ring, take care of those two for me." It's an injured Camille. She's in a sling. She doesn't get very far, and she gets tossed out of the ring. And then Monet jumps on Chris's back. Chris turns that around into her finisher, lays her out right there in the middle of the ring, holds the TBS championship above her, standing high. I think we get Chris Statlander winning this match at Full Gear. Next, we get a great video package for Hangman and Jay White. I thought this video package was phenomenal. Our next match is Bobby in a 2-on-1 match against poor Joe Keys and Cheeseburger. Bobby just destroys these two like he should. At the end of the match, though, Swerve comes back out again, and Swerve swerves them. Plays the music. He thinks he's going to come out through the entrance, but instead he's hiding under the ring, slips out, gets into the ring, knocks Bobby out again with a chain, and then gets out of the ring before Shelton Benjamin and MVP realize what happened. Our next matchup is Darby versus Claudio. Darby used his speed out the gate to frustrate Claudio and try to throw him off his game, but then he tries a coffin drop from the top onto the outside, where he then gets caught, tossed around, and then shoulder checked into the guardrails. It was at that point that everything kind of turned around. Claudio then gets Darby into a suplex position and carries him up the steps and drops him back into the ring. Beats him down a little more, gets him back to the outside. Claudio then just clears the announce table, picks him up into a press slam, and tosses Darby over into the timekeeper's area, where he hits the table, falls over, and is just left there to die. Claudio is by far the strongest man in all of professional wrestling. I've said it once and I'll say it 100 times again. Darby lays there. Referee starts counting. He gets to 8. Darby somehow slides back into the ring, but then is just met with a brutal clothesline. 1, 2, 3. Claudio picks up the victory. We now then get a brutal promo from MJF talking about how Roderick Strong's mother shot his father in front of him, calling him trailer trash, says that when he's done with him, he's going to wish his mom shot him instead. Is MJF heel enough for this story to turn around and make sense? This promo could possibly have been enough to make us hate MJF just enough to start feeling some sort of sympathy for Roderick and Cole. It's possible. Let me know what you think. But I think it's possible that MJF has garnered enough heat here to make this make somewhat more sense than it does now. But in my opinion, it's still, I don't understand it because, like I said before, Adam Cole was the one who screwed MJF, not the other way around. Roddy then comes out and he says to him, like, I heard the things that you've said. I've been hearing these things my whole life. All you did was just make me feel like I'm in middle school again. Way to go. Good job. And Roderick says that he is going to break MJF's back. We then get a video package picking up from Saturday night between Perry, Danny, and Daddy Magic. The video package was very good. Very well done. Perry had been strapped and taped up to a chair, where Danny then is, kind of in his face, giving it to him and says, I'm going to take you out. He walks away, grabs a crowbar, comes back, but couldn't pull the trigger. He then walks away. We then get a segment between Jericho and Ishii to sign the contract. And Jericho goes to try and walk away and avoid signing the contract. Ishii follows him the whole way out to the ring, where he then eventually signs the contract. I thought this segment was hilarious. I thought it was very well done. Next, we get another banger video for Julia. I love these video packages coming out for Julia Hart. These things, I almost don't even want to see her come back. I just want to see the videos keep happening. They are great. We are now on to our main event, Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta. I thought this match was very good. Orange trying to end it quick and get out, but Yuta has a plan, and that is to hurt him before Saturday. He is not looking to win this match at all. Now, there is a point there where Yuta gets the cattle mutilation on Orange Cassidy, but Orange gets to the ropes. Yuta gets very upset over this, that he cannot get him to tap, so he gets out of the ring, grabs a chair, comes back in to swing at Cassidy, misses. Cassidy rolls him up for the 1-2-3. Death Rider's music then hits. They come out, they tape Orange Cassidy up with his hands in his pocket and beat the holy hell out of Orange Cassidy and leaves him there to die. At that point, Agglomeration comes out to check on him. Orange gets up and he puts his sunglasses on and just stares Moxley down as the show goes off the air. And that wraps it up for our Dynamite recap of the week. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, Squad dismissed.